What is up, everybody? It's the Martian Comic Hunter coming at you with another CGC unboxing. This unboxing was a great story behind this one. Lately, I've been kind of ranting on CGC, but their turnaround times are just incredible. Turned in this submission 5/23, and then they received it a couple days later on 5/25, and then immediately was scheduled for grading. So I was just like, what the hell? You know what I mean? Like, what's going on? On 5/25, a couple days later, graded for encapsulation or whatever that code is, which I knew the grades were coming out. So seeing that the turnaround was so quick, I couldn't resist in terms of like the grades. So I had to look. So unfortunately for me, I already know the grades. But I'd like to just kind of still share the unboxing with everybody here. But really, 5/25 they were received, 6/1 they were shipped out. So 7 days for the turnaround. Now granted, I did have this submission fast tracked, but even with fast track, their turnaround time right now is 17 days. So really good turnaround time from where they were. Grading is still kind of in question per se. I think CGC right now is grading a lot harder, which I guess if you're a grader, you want to grade fairly. I'm not going to say that they're grading unfairly, but they're just more stricter than what they used to be in terms of like 9/8. So it is what it is in terms of that. From 6/1 to today is what, 6/7. Did take 6 days for shipping, which was unusual. So I was more impatient on the shipping than I actually was on the actual grading of it. So 25 book submission, no pre-screen, just kind of I was kind of over the pre-screens, only because the turnaround times were so vast. I may, if the turnarounds continue to be where they are, I may have to go back to 9/8 submissions or 9/6 submissions just to kind of guarantee the grade. But we'll see kind of how that goes. This one's a mixed bag of stuff. Marvel, mostly Marvel, couple DCs, Star Wars heavy. So let's just get at it. So first book up here. This is a great book. It's a 1 in 50 Epting. This is going to be the first appearance of the second Black Swan. I believe the first appearance of the Black Swan was in Deadpool something or other, but this evidently is her first appearance. A lot of people specking on this book. Shout out to Thorough. I know he's talked about this book a lot. King of the Golden State, Triple C. A lot of those guys have really picked up this book over the last couple of months. Was fortunate enough to get 3. Did pick up 2 myself from a reputable source, Triple C, and then on one of his auctions on Whatnot, I also souped up a copy. So submitted 3. One of them came back 9/6. So good start there. Quality control has been an issue in a couple of my other submissions. I did have some scuffs. I was able to buff out some scuff using this product. It's a 123. It's called Novus. It's really for any type of plastics, not really for CGC cases, but it does really good in terms of like just cleaning your books or whatnot, or I'm sorry, your cases. So it's a 1, 2, 3 step process. I highly recommend it, especially if you have old CGC cases that just need to be buffed out and cleaned, and they look freaking immaculate. So, all right, so first book up there, 9/6. Second book, same issue, 9.8. So again, this is New Avengers #1 2013 series. And just a beautiful cover, guys. Just completely at all with this cover, man. So was surprised I didn't see this sooner. The guys floated it around and had to pick it up, man. So just a beautiful book. So 196, 198 on that. Got a pair, and I do have a third one. It looks like from the bottom of this cover, it's it. So third book up. Nice. So 298 to the 96 to start off the haul. Can't go wrong with that, especially with this book. We'll see where it goes. Prices are all over the board right now. There's some that are really far-fetched in terms of price. Don't necessarily think they're selling for the prices they've been asking for, but who knows. Definitely gonna keep a 9.8 for myself and just flip the other two just to make up for the submission. All right, this is Neymar. We obviously know Neymar's coming. This is a 1 in 200. Don't know how many they printed on this one. I can't imagine it to be really high in terms of total print run for a 1 in 200. So really fortunate to pick up a copy of this at a near mint when I did pick it up, and got a 9.8 of it. So really cool cover here. This one's a Mike Magnola cover. Again, Neymar's coming, we all know it. 1 in 200 variant. Thought it was a no-brainer. Picked it up a couple months back when it was underneath the radar per se. Clearly since then, Neymar has gotten some buzz. We'll see if that paid off or not, but I'm really happy with that book, particularly 9.8. But again, I'm a variant guy, so that one is really up my alley. I've submitted a couple of these on my prior submission. This one is Mighty Avengers #1. This is going to be first. Monica Rambeau as Spectrum. This one's a dud. Came back at a 9.2. No graders notes when I saw, and again, that continues to be a struggle with CGC with their graders notes. I will say the quality of these encapsulations have been a little better. Some of my others did have some play on it, which kind of bugged the crap out of me, but I'll inspect the book if I have to resubmit that one. That was one of those books that I submitted because I had a couple already that I picked up in the wild, and I just wanted to be ready for when Spectrum came. I think we all know she's coming. It's just a matter of time. And then 9.2 again. Just a tidbit, and I guess I should follow my own advice here, is try to limit the amount of books that you submit that are the same. So if you have 2 or 3 copies, try to spread those out a little bit, because it's easy for the grader to kind of match the 2 to 3 up to see the flaws between the books. And so rather than just having one book in hand and not necessarily having that opportunity to match them with several, it's not like they're going out and onto the sales floor or whatnot to find other copies to match it up, unless it's a big book and they really have to. But modern submissions like that, I would say hold back unless you know they're like 9.8 perfect candidates. Sometimes I miss stuff myself. I've actually picked up like one of those, what is it, like not microphones, but scopes, whatever they're called, to kind of look and inspect books a little closely, because I think I'm missing that part of it. So while some submissions have been better than others, CGC right now is grading a lot tougher. So just a bit of advice for the fam out there: try to limit the amount or quantities that you submit all at once, because you'll get dinged, and you'll see some of that on here as well. All right, this is, what is this? Captain America #6, first appearance of the Winter Soldier. I've submitted this book on a couple occasions on a 9.8 pre-screen, and unfortunately got a 9.6. So it does, I guess, pay to gamble sometimes, because a couple of times I've done that, it's come back a 9.8. But this is a must-have book in any collection for modern. So really happy with that. Wish it was a 9.8, but I'll definitely take 9.6. I'm not opposed to having 9.6s at all. I think there's a huge upside to them. There's opportunities in terms of long term, the 9.8 and 9.6 gap. I think a lot of people have said that, but you know, people still want that 9.8, and I completely get it. All right, this is pretty reasonable book here. This is First Punisher as War Machine, remember picking this book up myself on the shelf, and there was several copies on the actual shelf when this came out, and I really liked. I wasn't a big fan of photo covers, but I'm a big fan of this Punisher series. So when I saw it on the shelf, I had to have it. I bought this one off the rack, and I matched it up with several others. So I picked out the best, and this one came back a 9.8. So I don't know. It's not a ratio cover. I don't believe. I just think it's like a B variant cover. So can't really say the print run on this one. But man, this is a gorgeous cover, all black. I could imagine this to be a tough 9.8, especially with the spine and this front cover, man. Just a gorgeous book. So I know, again, prices on this one have shot up, for people asking for a big price. Whether they're getting that or not, I'm not too sure, but I've seen some pretty outrageous asking prices for that particular book. So that's a great book. So that's, to me, it's going to be a PC book. All right. This, what is this? Second Sister, Darth Vader 19? Yeah, I want to say 19. We'll check right now. But Star Wars is hot, man. I mean, I'm really digging the shows, regardless of what people are saying about most shows right now. Star Wars in particular. I get the fandom, guys, but we got some awesome freaking TV, man. So all I care about is Vader, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and let's go, man. I mean, I'm really, that's all what I'm watching the show for. Everybody else, Inquisitor, they're coming back, guys. I mean, let's not trip. So this one came back a 9.4. So yeah, Darth Vader 19. So cool stuff. Obviously, a little homage cover there too. So cool. All right, 9.4, not too bad. I think I want to say I submitted a couple of these. I can't remember offhand now, but we'll get into it for sure. So 9.4 is what it is. All right, we got another one. 9.8, cool. All right, so I got my 9.8 out of that one. This is a great freaking book. So cool looking homage cover, man. I just freaking love this book, man. Cool stuff. All right, I think we're going to get into some of these Star Wars books here. All right, next book. All right. Like I said, the Inquisitor is not going away anytime soon, unless they just completely screwed canon, which I doubt it, but you never know. This one came back a 9.6. And first appearance and dope ass cover appearance, right? So nice. I'm sure there's a first appearance somewhere else. You guys correct me if I'm wrong, but I think common knowledge is this one's the first appearance. I'm sure there's another one. Again, drop me a note on it, on that particular book if I'm incorrect. Here is a second copy of it, and also came back a 9.6. So unfortunately, I didn't get a 9.8 out of this book, although I really wanted it, clearly. But this one came back in good timing. We'll see tonight or tomorrow morning how episode 4 turns out, but I think it's going to be pretty damn good, man. So just can't wait for that episode to drop. All right, next book up here. That's a cool cover, man. I mean, this book has been shown around in the community for quite some time. It's a 1 in 25. What is it? Greg Horn, Green Lantern. We'll check. 9.8. Green Lantern number 51 from 2010. So cool book, man. I mean, I bought this one pretty cheap myself and just looked at it, and it looked pretty good to me as far as a candidate. And come on, it's just freaking badass. So glad to have that. All right. So far, decent. All right. I could tell. I know what this one is. by the back of it. This was somewhat of a scarce book. G.I. Joe Season 2, number 19. This is going to be a homage cover to Misfits. There wasn't any on the CGC census. When I looked at this book, even as I'm looking at this book right now, looks pretty good to me, but I don't know why it came back at 9.0. I really don't. I don't know. I gotta really inspect this book. This is definitely gonna be one of those CPR books, because it was the only one that I remember it being on the census. So this is one of one right now at a 9.0. Misfits homage cover. It's kind of a little tough to tell on it, but you can tell by the black and the writing on it. So if you're a fan of Misfits and G.I. Joe, I think that is a pretty cool book to have. I believe this is like a 1 in 10. I think back then they did a lot of 1 in 10 covers, and just one of those rock poster kind of variants, if you will, as well. So they did several. So 9.0, all right. CPR for sure. I mean, one of one. I have to. All right. Showed this one on my IG some months back. I did pick this one up, believe it or not, guys, for like $10 when nobody was caring about Ghost Rider. So it is what it is. Got 9.8. This is going to be a 1 in 25 trade more. Gorgeous cover, man. 1 in 25. Ghost Rider. Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider, which is awesome. All right, moving along. We got ourselves a Darth Maul first appearance of, not Cad Bane, Darth Bane, right? Cad Bane, yeah, Cad Bane, duh. I was thinking Darth Maul, Cad Bane. All right, enough of that. 9.6. So awesome. I mean, I literally just sold one the other day, a 9.6. I do have a 9.8 already. So cool. This one's going on the bay again. Hopefully Cad Bane shows an appearance sometime soon, and those will be ready for the next go around. All right. Next book up is, what is this? Incredible Hulk 606, 608, 606. This is a second print variant. Awesome Doom cover as well. Shout outs to Universal X, the homeboy, mi compa. And this is going to be first appearance of quote-unquote immortal She-Hulk. So again, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, on that one, but a lot of indications are this is it, and this came back 8.0. I see a ding, so I see one ding. I did turn in 3 of them. I picked up 5 in the wild. All at one store just happened to have 5 in their box altogether. And I've already sold a couple, and so I don't know. That one's a little bit surprising, only because I thought I looked at it pretty good and I may have missed it. So 8.0 is complete bomb on my regards, but again, I'll look at it closely here in a minute. This is a book that you don't really see a lot. This is another second print, not a first appearance by any means, just a cover that I wanted to have. Daken, obviously, Son of Wolverine. This is a number 1, second print, 2010. I just wanted it part of my Wolverine kind of covers, so I think this is a cool book, man. Unfortunately, it came back at 9.4. Still near mint by definition, but I don't know. We'll see. I wish they would get rid of some of the grading. I know they wouldn't, but wish it went from a 9.0 to a 9.5, 9.6, 9.8. That way it eliminates some of the clutter there a little bit. You know, if you think about, they're going half decimals on everything else. I don't know why they can't go 9, 9, 5, 9, 6, 9, 8, and then 10, 0. You know what I mean? I think 9.9 is another one of those things. Like, I think that would be cool, but clearly not going to happen ever. All right. Yeah, I've submitted this book like 3 times already, man. So unfortunately on this one, this is going to be Thor number 4, I believe. 1 in 50 Adam Hughes cover. I like it. Unfortunately, it really doesn't go for a lot, and it's clearly not going to go for a lot either on a 9.4. So I've kind of given up on this book. I've submitted it 2 or 3 times, and it's come back reject every single time. 3 times, I should say. So I guess it's a 9.4, man. I just don't see it, or stubborn to see it, right? So in any case, I'm done with that book. So it is what it is. All right, this is another one of those, what is it, Green Lantern, right? Green Lantern, I forget what the Emerald Warriors, yeah. Just a dope Kilowog cover, like really dope. 1 in 25, 9.8. So Green Lantern, yeah, Emerald Warriors, number 4, 2011. Just a dope cover, man. Really, 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 really like this. Clear to the Great is awesome, but the cover itself is just beast mode. All right, moving along. All right, so here's the 1 in 25. This is Chris Stevens. Anyways, we'll check. Came back 9.8. This is a 1 in 50. Sorry guys, 1 in 50. Chris Stevens variant. Neymar, the best defense, number 1. There's 3 books to this. There's a 1 in 25. There's the 1 in 50 and the 1 in 200. And there's also a second print, which is pretty freaking sharp. It's got like a lot of blacks in it. So can't remember if it's the same as the first print, just the tone, or it's a completely, no, I think it's a completely different cover. But I like that cover a lot. So I'm gonna have to chase that, maybe get that set for the number 1, if you will, minus the cover A. So again, I think Neymar's coming, and I think those are books that you could just pick up. 1 in 200 is going to be tough because I don't think you're going to find those in any back issues. All right, another book that I've submitted 2 or 3 different times. This is Thrawn. I love this cover, man. This is a Albuquerque cover with Thrawn on the cover, and it's such a freaking badass cover. And I mean, trust me, I was devastated when I saw an 8.5. I was like, what in the world? And again, I gotta look at it because I don't agree with it, but again, it's my book. Obviously, I'm not gonna agree with that grade, but that's a dud, man. I mean, I think we got 185 and 180 in this submission, which I don't think we'll get those grades, but it is what it is, man. As part of the learning process, you're gonna strike out in some of these, so it is what it is. Here's one of the books, if not the book, that I was really waiting for to come back. It's just a badass cover. This is not going anywhere. This is PC 100% for me, and it came back a 9.8. So Darth Maul number 2, first appearance of Cad Bane. Why do I keep saying, yeah, Cad Bane, duh. Aja 1 in 50 variant. Just gorgeous, man. Aja, who knows? It's just a great cover. PC book, irregardless. So staying with me. Next book. All right, the 608. This one came back a 9.6, which again, just a badass cover. First Immortal She-Hulk. Awesome battle cover, man. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And the last book is going to be the same, so you can see the back of it. And it is going to be 9.6. So again, 9.6, 9.6, and what do we get on the other one, like 9.0 or something? So that's kind of why the recommendation of not setting those books, because I believe if I would have sent one of these alone, again, may have had a chance for one of these to come back at 9.8. But it is what it is, man. So really happy about that. In total, we got 10 9.8s, 7 9.6s, so 17. 3 9.4s. So by definition, again, it's 20 bucks at near mint. And then the rest were 9.2, 2 9.2s, a 9.0, an 8.5, and an 8.0. So not bad. I mean, I've had better, I've had worse, but it is what it is, man. It's just part of the game at this point. So that's all I got. As always, you can find me on Instagram, eBay, here on YouTube. Drop me a like, drop me a comment. If I was mistaken on any of these books, feel free to just correct me. I don't have any issues or problems with that. You know, I'm not here to say that I'm the know-it-all, but I don't also discredit anybody's comments. So thanks to everybody. Shout outs to Triple C, Walking Jedi, Universal X, Keep It Thorough, Seeking Near Mint. I mean, just a lot of the boys. I know I'm forgetting a lot of people. More importantly, Beauty Comments or Beauty Comics. You need to step up your game, brother, and just get on IG, man. We're waiting for you. Laters.